What about it?
Yummy movies.
I just think yummy movies. I just said something.
Oh yeah, it started.
Great.
Welcome to TWB. In our third installment here. You already know what's going on, so I'm just gonna kick it off with something that really grinded my gears earlier. So, everyone knows I might get sued for saying this. Just a little disclaimer putting out there. But do you guys hear about that kid that's trying to sue Fortnite for stealing his dance moves?
Backpack Kid.
Backpack kid?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a fact that we don't even, nobody knows his real name, so why should I care?
Well,
That's a good idea.
And also, there's that one rapper that made the shoot dance trying to sue Fortnite too.
I don't really.
Yeah, the Fresh Prince. Is that the one you're talking
The Fresh
about?
Prince.
No, I'm saying there's literally a guy who invented the shoot dance, a song with it, and he's trying to sue Fortnite now because they have a shoot dance.
That's so dumb. It's a video game. Why should it matter?
No, I just think in general, copywriting a dance move, at that point you could copyright walking. You just be like,
Exactly.
oh yeah, I invented walking, and no one else did it.
Happy
So.
Birthday is copywritten.
Yeah,
But everyone sings it.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
But am I gonna have to pay someone every time I hit the whip or something? You know what I mean?
you're gonna be paying a lot of money. No, I think that's really dumb. I think that whole idea is very stupid.
I mean, I guess good for them if they're actually gonna get money out of that.
Oh, yeah, that'd be awesome. That's a cheap way to get money. In that case,
A cheap way to get money.
That's a cheap. Yeah, it's an easy way to get money. I guess in that case, then
cheap way to get
let's find some stupid stuff to copyright and just steal some ideas while we're.
No, I was thinking if I just because I was googling it the laws behind copyright on dance moves and stuff, and apparently you don't even have to get it through the copyright office. All you have to do is have a recorded version of you doing that before someone else did it.
Oh my god,
That's not word for word what it is, but something along the lines of basically, as long as there's a video or a detailed description that you made of that dance move, it's all yours, and you can sue whoever. So basically, I'm thinking...
I'm going to take a video right now of me doing some random movements.
And then 10 years from now...
10 years from now, I'm going to be a millionaire.
That's what I'm saying. I'm about to, take a video of every single possible move that I can think of.
Yeah.
So I just have, an archive of that.
Yep.
Just continuously videotape yourself from here on out.
Yeah. Is everything I see that looks remotely like a dance move? I'm
Not a
like,
bad
oh,
idea.
can't do that. Sorry.
Alright, real quick question. Do you put your toilet paper over or under?
It's whatever happens.
Wait. What do you mean over or under?
On the ring thingy.
What do you do?
The spindle. Over, of course.
Of course. Why, of course?
Of course.
That just doesn't really...
No, it definitely makes more sense under, though.
No, it doesn't. How? How does it make more sense?
Because
You have to reach in the back. You have to reach all the way in the back. If it's over the top,
Maybe I do over.
pull it down.
Maybe I do over. I don't know.
You guys don't have one.
We
Here.
don't. Oh,
No,
yeah.
It just sits on top of the toilet.
'Cause
You
it
might be
broke.
able to find it, or you might not be able to. Just like the door to the bathroom is broken, and the lock to the bathroom is now broken. Dude, I don't feel comfortable using the bathroom here at all.
I just put it on, and if whatever way it goes, it goes.
Like when I pee, I turn my back to the door in case somebody somehow finagles their way into the door, even though it doesn't have an outside handle.
That's what you know is bad is you gotta worry about people busting in.
Yeah, I
it's
don't
a
feel
war zone
comfortable
out
pooping
here.
here anymore.
I don't still feel comfortable here at all.
Yeah. I don't feel comfortable.
That's the
in my
fact.
In my own home.
At any given time, there's more than 2 people here doing something.
That
and
should
you never
not be
know
happening.
what. It's strange. I think you have a massive food shortage as well, which is a direct result of the entire Mongolian army essentially living at your home. You have the equivalent of the Mongolian army.
Yeah, speaking of Mongolians, just foreign people in general. So you guys ever seen survival videos of those people building primitive houses and stuff?
Yeah.
Alright, just the concept behind that, the fact that it blew up, because there was this one channel that always did it. I don't know if you how long have you been watching videos like that?
I watch Primitive Technology.
Yeah, I think that's what I watched.
I like him though because I feel like he makes realistic things that can be used in survival situations.
No, I've been watching these 2 Indian guys. I think they're Indian at least. And
I know what you're talking about.
This is gonna come back to bite us later on.
Literally, they've made at least 10 pools.
Yeah, they just make pools.
Yeah, that's all they make.
For no reason.
What?
But they'll do all this. It seems like they do all this work in a day, but they literally just make these crazy elaborate dirt houses and then pools, and then they end the video with them jumping in them.
Dude, next thing you know, they're gonna be on Pool Masters.
But the thing is, the pools are filled with dirty river water.
And they have these little vases that they fill it with just one by one. I just don't want.
That would be miserable.
I mean, I bet halfway through they just cut it and fill it with the hose.
And they just don't talk.
Oh yeah, that's the weirdest
It's like
thing about
full
it.
of like montage music, like dun,
No,
dun,
some of
dun,
them
dun,
it's literally just
dun,
the
dun.
sound of them hitting the wood.
If you
So
turn on
strange.
captions for primitive technology, he has captions.
Oh, he does?
Explaining what he's doing.
I didn't
Oh,
know
that's
that.
tough.
Like, he knows what he's doing.
I've talked about this
like-
with a couple guys before, and it's just like a weird concept to like, but it's also really informative. So I think that it's really helpful because like,
Yeah.
that stuff's cool. Like I'll sit there and watch it for 15
For like
minutes.
going back to that, I think it's primitive technology. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look it up on YouTube as I'm talking, but the thing is, he presents like actual useful information, while the guys who build pool just shows you how to like
Just
build a pool.
two shirtless men in jeans.
I can
Yeah.
turn on HGTV and figure out how to build a pool. Like, let's cut to the serious
And also,
facts
it's
here.
like then things. I think primitive technology was like one of like the first original ones.
Yeah.
But now the other ones that like follow him are primitive technology, like KH, primitive technology idea, primitive building. You know.
Yeah, they're trying to finesse his
primitive
name.
technology was like the first one to come out. He makes like bows and arrows.
Oh yeah, and he'll make a video like once every 2 months.
Yeah, I mean
if
like,
you're
that's stuff
lucky.
pretty hard. to
He's out
build.
there living in the jungles.
Yeah, I mean, he makes like a forge blower, like different little huts and like chimneys and stuff. And I feel like that's actually kind of
I
cool.
think that's really cool. The one is that the guy who like did the whole house out of the bricks that he made by hand.
Mhm, yeah.
The roof.
Oh, they're
that's
all
really cool.
It's funny too because like
That's
you'll
really
see like a shift happen. Like originally it was just all like wood and like leaves and stuff,
Yeah.
and like the second one of them advances, the rest of them advance. It's like a whole new, like not.
It's like they're technologically
Yeah.
advancing off of each other.
yeah, they're into the Stone Age now. Like you know what I mean? Like I'm like waiting for the day that like one of them just makes an iPhone. Like out of like, just random stuff, we just dig up some like random things to build an iPhone. Like that actually could happen.
I think videos on YouTube without dialogue frighten me the most.
I mean, I guess it's like a nice, peaceful thing to listen to if you're into that.
Yeah, I think it's kind of relaxing to just watch him build some random stuff in
I
the
mean,
jungle.
I'm that guy that clicks on it and I just keep clicking skip until I see something get built.
I'm watching it in its entirety.
I'm not patient
Because like
enough.
now that I know captions are on, I like to watch it all.
I guess.
If you're like one of those guys that
I
watches
do
this
that.
podcast and just click skip until you hear something interesting, don't be that guy.
That never happens on this one. I only listen to podcasts.
Said, yeah, we're gonna proof listen to everything before we post it. Dude, I don't even listen to it. It's not even my job,
I
man.
listen to ours, but I listen to other ones.
I listen to a few other ones. I listen to Pop Smoke, which is a Marine Corps vet, awesome guy. It's definitely a good one to listen to. And Popular Front, which is a British reporter for Vice who like covers all the overseas combat
Oh, talking about
stuff.
Vice, I saw a dope YouTube video of them last night. About they went to this place in Portugal that holds like the world championships for people like to do medieval battling, and like they get in full medieval attire, but they use blunt weapons, and if you fall to the ground, you're out. You're considered like quote unquote dead.
You know Maryland sport is jousting still?
Yeah.
Wait,
Like that's still like the state sport. for
Wait,
Maryland.
like that stuff you do like in the inflatables with the long.
No,
Plush
but they literally
things.
have medieval armor and like
It's LARP.
swords that are
It's
just
LARP.
dark.
But it's like that.
They do LARP in Portugal.
Is
Yeah,
it
but,
similar
like-
to that thing that like is that fairs
No,
and
but
stuff?
of
where
the,
you're
they'll
standing
they'll
on the
have like
platform?
they'll do 1v1s, 3v1s, 16 versus 16. It's all out battle. They're
And it's
like
until you fall. You said.
it's until you fall, yeah, because you can't just kill each other, but
Yeah.
it's until you
Yeah.
fall. And like I think there's like 20 some nations who like get represented in it.
That's awesome.
And it's really cool. It's like I
See,
think
Vice
it's,
is like they do good stories sometimes, but they don't have very good journalistic
the
integrity.
journalist who did that wasn't too bad. I kind of
Like they have all the money to do all those like foreign correspondence stuff, but they're kind of sellouts.
that was I don't know. I thought it was really cool. That was actually like my second time watching.
I was
it.
watching this guy on I don't even remember what it was. It was I think it was either BuzzFeed or Vice or something like that, and he like lied his way into this fashion show.
That's awesome.
Like the top, like he like found some random knockoff like jeans or something,
Yeah.
and he pretended he was that guy. Like that was his name, and that he was his designer jeans. And he like I don't think it was something, but he like snuck his way
That's
to some
so
top
cool.
fashion show. He's just it's so funny.
That's so cool. I think there's a bunch of stuff that goes on that people don't really realize. Like the one guy that what did he do? He sneaks into all these like amusement parks and stuff without a ticket, and like he like dressed up as a like a construction worker one day.
Does he have a beard?
Yeah, I don't remember his name.
He like
almost.
shows videos on how to like sneak into like concerts. And stuff
Yes,
too, right?
like
Yeah.
that stuff's tough.
That's fake
Like,
though.
that'd be.
I definitely think that's fake.
I think it'd be fun to try it for sure. I mean, what's the worst?
That's about as fake as Helen Keller.
All right, don't even start with that. This conversation's been going on for about.
This
An
channel
hour
is
now.
called Bold Assumptions. TWB stands for we make things up sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think we make TWB. So I don't think Helen Keller actually like was as advanced as people claim she was.
But you didn't know her, so you can't say she wasn't.
But like, you also can't say she was. Like, I'm just saying, if you were deaf and blind, I'm gonna go on record to say like I'm called BS.
It's a miracle.
It's so hard to comprehend. Like, how could you learn anything?
Or how could anyone even realize what she was saying or doing even made sense?
Yeah.
Like, for all we know, she could like making noises, and someone's like, she gets it. Like, that's
It's like those ghost videos where they have that EMP thing, and like in the static, they're like, "Oh, did you hear that?" It's like, no, I didn't
like,
hear anything.
That's like a brain thing.
Yeah, the brain association where like you think you hear words.
Like, you don't hear a word until they put the words on the screen.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh, now
exactly.
I see it. It's like Helen Keller draws with the scribbles, and you're like, that kind of looks like the word big. You're like, yo. Helen Keller's always
Water.
like,
Could she, right?
I don't know if she could.
I think
if she couldn't,
sign.
I don't know how they would realize what she was doing.
I don't know.
Or could even... I heard, they taught her with water. Don't know how that happened. But she wasn't born blind and deaf, right?
Yeah, she was.
She was?
She was.
Oh, if she was born blind and deaf, I might have to fact check that. Because, like, if she
I don't
wasn't
know.
born blind and deaf, I could see how she could have learned.
Yeah.
She would have some
she
sort
had
of
some
background.
sort of idea of it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she was born blind and deaf,
But if-
and that's why it's such a miracle.
Yeah, because if you were born blind and deaf and someone just dropping water in your hand, I'm sorry, but, like, you're not going to learn that
I
way.
don't know, dude.
That is just
It's
facts.
11:53 at night right now, and this
You
is the
just-
tangent that we're going off.
I feel like you just couldn't realize what's happening to you because like, there's no way to communicate with you.
Yeah, like, you're literally... You know, there's, like, sleep deprivation. Not
Yeah.
sleep... I'm sorry, those are wrong.
Currently what we're
No,
going
there's,
through.
like... No, there's, like, pods... Just sensory deprivation.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
I know what you're talking about.
It's like those, like, if you don't have sight or sound, right? That's what you have.
Yes.
You're literally, your whole life, you're just like, it's almost like you're dead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't know about that.
Well, 'cause there's no feeling.
If you're born blind and deaf, what do you think? Like inside.
Oh,
your head?
there's no way
You have no
can think.
reference of what to like actually.
No
have
language,
consciousness about.
no sight. Like, you're literally just darkness,
Yeah, you're really just
not
there.
alive.
That's
Like, maybe
like
that's
my-
what death is. Maybe she was just a dead person.
Like, I have an anomaly on, like, foreign languages. Like, to us, it sounds, like, so strange, but to them, it's, like, perfectly normal. And, like, it's just weird how that formed to do, like, apple is apple in English, but something else in a different language. Like, how did that happen? Like, I don't know. English is weird.
Definitely some, like, point just
I mean,
randomly.
obviously,
someone's-
like, we look at history, like, dialects change over time because of migration and...
That always
And,
gets me, the fact that there's dialect. Like, just how could living in a different area cause you to talk
like
different?
Old English.
Old
Old
English,
English.
just
If-
Australian,
If you
British,
guys
anything.
like
Southern,
read Old English right now, you
yeah.
have no idea what it says.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely not.
I wasn't just talking about that.
Old English
I mean,
looks a lot like
voices.
Gaelic. If you ever look at it, like,
It's just
in
like,
Ireland, they speak Gaelic.
it's
and
really
stuff.
just a
That's like
jumble.
Trying to read Romeo and Juliet out loud, like, you know, you gotta do
Oh,
that.
dude,
Yeah,
heck
yeah.
10th grade.
I mean, it isn't like
I never stuttered so bad in my life.
at that point you kind of piece it together because really Shakespeare's wrote like out of order of
Oh,
what
yeah.
normally.
Oh yeah,
It's like Yoda.
That's
Yeah,
the Yoda. of his
essentially,
time.
he essentially just was Yoda.
I mean, when you put it into that perspective,
Like,
don't
I
know how
promise
tall he
you,
was, but-
I read that entire story like out loud, and like there's something when I read things out loud, I just don't click what I'm saying. Like, I'm just so focused on reading it. So like, I have no idea what even happened in Romeo and Juliet.
That's I mean, everyone knows like the story.
Do you want to give you a synopsis?
Like, you might have to because I really have no idea.
Well, pretty much.
I know she died, right? Or he died. Someone
They
died.
both
died.
died
Yeah.
at the end,
Yeah.
and like pretty much what happened was like, at the beginning, they like meet each other
and like
at like a ball.
and they're two separate families who are
Yeah,
like feuding with
like
each
feuding
other.
families.
I mean, it sounds familiar. So I just none of the nitty gritty
Yeah.
details. Nope.
The nitty gritty details, they were gonna get married behind their parents' backs. Romeo dies.
All of my
Gets stabbed
knowledge-
or something.
All my knowledge on Romeo and Juliet is from that one movie, Romeo.
Romeo and Juliet. I was gonna say that. Yeah, no, they came out with the second one. I watched it.
I
with
wanna
my
watch it.
cousins.
Is it
It was pretty solid. Not gonna
Really?
lie.
I actually might watch it.
Yeah.
Talking about Shakespeare, I just finished reading Macbeth in English class.
Dude, Macbeth's actually great.
I actually thoroughly enjoyed
great.
reading and like diving deep into the text of Macbeth.
Yes, it's like, and I feel like when I get to that point of having to read that, that's gonna be the only book that I ever like.
And it was kind of cool because like in the beginning of the play, I was like, I don't know how to read this, but by the end of the play, I was like, I can actually read Shakespeare now.
Yeah, it's like that one book you had to read last year with all the ebonics.
Oh, Their Eyes Are Watching God.
Yeah, that
Like,
was
that was tough.
hard to read.
Tough.
Yeah, that was a read.
It was a good story,
It was a good story.
but it was just difficult to read. I caught dyslexia reading that.
You caught a bad case of dyslexia.
That's what I'm saying.
Was hospitalized for about a month.
Like I'm saying, if you're dyslexic, you can probably read it fine. Like have you read that story yet?
No, I was watching a guy.
Did you read it?
Yeah.
Was it hard to read?
No.
Is Colin
proven fact,
is Colin
if you're
certified dyslexic? Are you dyslexic? Like actually?
Well, I mean, I think I am. Yeah.
On the West.
I just haven't gone to a doctor because I don't need confirmation from a doctor to know I'm dyslexic.
Yeah, because the thing is
That's
about
true.
getting the thing about mental things and doctors, it's all your word.
It's like,
Like,
you
go there and you're like, oh, these are my symptoms. He's like, all right, I agree with you.
And that's why people are getting overprescribed opioids.
What's the point of literally going to be like, I think I'm dyslexic, to have them say, yeah, you're dyslexic.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, thanks, you really reinforced my
Because
theory.
there's no really...
I mean, you can get medications for it, though. Like, if it's a really big problem.
I don't have a big problem with dyslexia.
There's not much they can do to, like, diagnose it, I think. You know what I mean?
It's like,
Yeah,
see words in mixed match order? That's
like,
dyslexia.
Right,
You got it,
I mean,
alright.
maybe they give you, like, a little book and they're just like, hey, yo, take this right here, read this out loud.
Honestly, because it doesn't, like, hinder me in any way. I mean, like, I'm smart and I get good grades.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
you know,
that's
I live
good.
with it. Really no big deal.
Flex.
No flex. I don't know how you do it, but like you've missed a lot more school than me and Shane, yet you still maintain 4.25 probably,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
4.5, something
yeah.
like that. Yeah, I don't know how you do that. I couldn't.
I don't know.
I can like one of my parents
Well-
could die right now and I wouldn't be able to skip school because like I'd have to keep my grade point
The
average
thing
up.
about high school is, though, you gotta realize, like, high school compared to college, high school, there's so much wasted time.
There's
Like,
Oh, absolutely.
like literally half of it is just keeping you busy because the teacher has to be there to get paid.
Yes.
And the thing is, our classes, 90 minutes of class is way too long.
Oh yeah, especially the fact that, like, okay, you'll be there and you'll finish a test early. Like, let's pretend you have a test that day. And you finish a test in 20 minutes if you're like know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're sitting there for 70 minutes, just can't be on your phone.
No.
Depending on the teacher.
Yeah.
Looking around like, all right, what do I do now?
My third
Staring at a
period,
wall.
first 20 to 30 minutes of my third period, we literally just sit around and like shoot crap, talk to each other, and just like BS.
Yeah.
Because our teacher's so cool. Like, he's awesome.
That's like college. Like, people will go to their class and they're like, yeah, I have nothing to teach you today. You guys can go home.
So for my
Can't do that in high school.
That'd be awesome.
my first period, my teacher hands us notes, and I pay attention when we take notes, obviously, because I want to fill out my notes.
Yeah.
But then movies are put on and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know, like, I was like, I'll watch some of the movies, but I don't know. I'd rather like look at my phone and play games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, I've always heard this thing that, like, the school, like, modern school system we use right now was designed, like, for factory workers. You guys ever heard that?
I feel like there's.
I
Like,
believe that.
Because, like, there's bells, you got
Yeah.
lunch, like, you have all these things that they just want you to live
Uniformity.
by. Yeah.
And I feel like their end goal is to just produce a bunch of middle of the line people.
Oh, yeah, think about it this way.
That's gonna be in like the working force and like middle class jobs.
This is the thing I hate about a lot of school, high school currently, is
Pink Floyd, Another Brick in the Wall. That's what we just pretty much described.
don't know what you're talking about. But
it's a song.
Yeah, it's a song.
so
kind of about.
school right now, right? Okay, they teach you for the test because tests are such a big pinnacle thing of, oh, if you
Yeah.
get this grade on a test, you're smart, whatever, right?
Right.
So they teach you only for the test, and like I've many times like I've asked my teachers, oh, why is this way? Like I'll be given a math equation, like, oh, where did that come from? What is it, like? You know what I mean? And I want to like know more, and they're like, oh, you don't need to know that.
Right.
It's like,
But I want to know.
yeah, it's like they box you in just so
Yeah.
they can teach because there's not enough time. But it's like they just want to teach you to the test instead of like actually letting you expand your knowledge and like, you know what I mean?
Because if you think about it, like your life kind of rides on your SAT. Your life.
Oh yeah, your whole future.
Your your SAT scores on what college you get into, and if you don't get into a good college, you're most likely not going to get into the best job, which means not good pay. You know.
Yeah, and it's like it's had some monopoly too because what college board
runs like everything.
they're the reason people get into college.
and they've just
it's
ingrained,
one company.
They've just ingrained the thought of standardized testing so hard into the
Oh,
And
yeah.
minds
it's
of all the
horrible.
kids.
It's just like when you get out in the real world, you don't need any of that.
No.
Like, the biggest lie that all of us were ever told is you're never going to be able to have a calculator in your pocket.
Oh my, I hate that.
Like,
That's the worst
such
thing
a
ever.
Stupid.
I mean,
thing
I
for
think
somebody
teachers
to
have
say.
grown past that
Oh yeah, no, absolutely, and
But-
especially as math gets harder, you
Oh, yeah.
have to
You
get
have to.
student
Yeah.
calculators. Like,
because it just
Yeah.
takes too long not
yeah,
to.
it's just,
Yeah.
But it's like they're always like, oh, you gotta know how to not use it in case you don't have one. It's like I got
Yeah.
a phone in my pocket.
Right.
Crazy. And like the thing is about a lot of jobs where you use math, like it's funny because you got to learn all this math and stuff, but then when you finally get into the job, the computer does it all for you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, absolutely.
Like they've made programs that do all the stuff for you.
So
how about the anomaly of like to get a high paying job, right? As a baseline starter, they always ask you for experience. It's like, how am I supposed to have experience in this baseline job? Like if I just got out of college, just got my diploma, just got everything.
Honestly,
like how,
what I think
that's supposed to be a curriculum.
What's gonna push you, I guess push you into the real world equally, if not farther, is just knowing people.
That's true.
Connections.
Just connections, yes.
And honestly, nowadays, there's like, and I'll preach this all day, every day. Sign one contract with the military, do 4 years, come out, and you'll automatically get bumped to the top of lists.
What is this, propaganda poster? Right?
It is absolutely propaganda.
Uncle Sam in here.
Yeah, no, and I mean, and that's like, you get bumped to the top of the list. There's so many benefits to doing it. And I mean, if you like it, you can do military careers just the same as civilian careers, just you do a little bit of a different thing, like military police and stuff. And it's like, it's awesome. Like, you can be a chef in the military. I'm not saying be a chef in the military. I would never want to do that in my entire life. But you get the same benefits as anyone else, which is nice. But I guess it's just one of those things you kind of have to be part of it. You got to be hip.
On that note, Colin,
Mm-hmm.
closing statement, word of the day.
Word of the day.
Word of the day. Where are we going to end our loyal listeners?
I was going to end the podcast with the word voracious.
Voracious?
Voracious. VERACIOUS, which means speaking or representing the truth.
And that's what we do here.
That is tough. Gonna have to say that right
Voracious.
now.
And I used it in an email I wrote today.
Did you really?
Yes.
Who did you write an email to?
My math teacher.
You write email still, dude? I haven't typed an email in months.
I don't know. I just kind of did it.
I'm not a productive member of society.
Yeah, so for anyone wondering too, by the way, like I know I've been leaving it kind of vague